Into the crack house. Into the crack house. Into the crack house.
Hello and welcome to the Minnesota 8. I am joined as always.
One of them. It's one of those.
I'm joined as always
It's a
by
number.
co-host Man Daddy.
And teacher.
Nick Spry.
Hello.
Angela.
Hello.
And Sabrina.
Hey there.
How many of you guys growing up were familiar with a computer simulation called Grim Fandango?
Oh, yeah.
I'm familiar with Fandango.
Yeah.
But that's about
Nope.
it.
Movie tickets.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a hell of a website, hell of an app.
Or the wrestler.
Well, this was a choose-your-own adventure game set kind of like the Mexican Dia de los Muertos dolls. Grim Fandango was this private investigator who would help people solve cases. So basically, they took the game that came out probably 30 years ago, or 20.
No, not 30. It's like 20.
20 years ago?
Yeah, at best. Maybe even less.
It's been a very long time. I just remember it in between consoles. But the game has been remastered and is now an app.
Really?
Yep. You can download it. You can replay the original game, and it also has 2 hours of exclusive developer commentary. It's got concept art, so you can get back into it.
Is it like updated, or does it look like the old game?
This looks like the old game. It's
had
the
a cool
exact,
style.
Like that pixelated sort of.
It's blocky.
Yeah.
It's a blocky,
very, very basic.
kinda
Like
hard
that
movement.
old Apple.
I just
computer.
found out like when you put the old Mario that they make for, I don't know, your PS2, or you could download. I'm not up to date with video games, but it doesn't look like the Super Nintendo. It still looks modern.
Yeah.
And that's terrible to me. So
I agree.
This
So,
does not look
tweet them.
modern.
Okay.
It doesn't look that. I mean, it looks more polished than the actual game did. But
Well, that's good.
because so much time has passed.
Was
and
it fun?
technology's
Did you
updated.
enjoy this game?
Oh, I haven't played it.
No, I thought you. Oh, all right.
No, I'm just telling you, it's out.
They said you remember when you
I
were
don't
a
think we
kid.
should
I
all
said, no, I
play
don't
it.
It's
Remember.
very
remember.
personal to you.
Yeah.
It's known for really good humor. It's got its own style to it, you know. So it was back in the point and click sort of adventures like Myst and things like that, but with a lot more humor to it and more cartoony.
But like detective story.
Right, like pseudo-noir.
A la Hellblazer or
Close, I guess, yeah, but not
Dylan Dog.
a
Remember
little-
that Italian
a little
comic
more
that Dark Horse
cartoony.
did? Okay.
Yeah,
Sam and Max.
So that's Grim Fandango.
very much.
Okay.
So if you're interested, download it. Go to your app store. Nick Spry, what do you got over there, dog?
All right. So this week, in expanding the spooky lexicon, I went for a little bit of a different choice this week. I went for the word that it doesn't necessarily mean creepy or spooky, but it's been in long association with that sort of realm. The word is phantasmagoria.
I love that word.
That's a great
Much loved
word.
publication of horror films that's been around for years and years and years.
Can you spell that?
Yes, certainly can. Phantasmagoria. Phantasmagoria. And the definition of which is an exhibition of optical effects and illusions, or a constantly shifting complex succession of things seen or imagined, a scene that constantly changes, or a bizarre or fantastic combination, collection, or assemblage. This word basically has its roots in several languages. The first appearance of it known was in 1802, so early 19th century, and it was the name of a quote-unquote magic lantern. I'm again going from Edam Online, which I've used frequently. This was a exhibition that was brought to London in 1802 by a Parisian showman, Paul de Philipsthal.
Oui, oui.
The name of an... so basically in French it was phantasmagorie, but when you break that apart, you're looking at a root in Greek and in French. So amagora in Greek means an assembly, and the phantasa part refers to... Let me pull this here.
It refers to...
It refers to
Fantastico.
How you say?
How you say?
in French it goes phantasm or phantom or ghost or so.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
phantasm.
phantasm.
Is fantastic like originally the origin or the original definition supposed to be spooky?
Oh, I don't know.
Like
That's a good question. You know what?
fantastical.
That's
Yeah.
next week for this one right there. You just get
Yeah.
excitement.
We did talk about previously terrific, because terrific now is associated as being a good thing, but it
Right.
actually literally means inspiring terror.
Right.
Yes.
And awesome is not necessarily supposed to be
It's supposed
describing
to be,
great
like more
things.
of a being taken over by something.
Yeah, like
you know,
if there
in
was
full awe.
Yes.
a giant explosion that killed thousands.
It was
It would
awesome.
be awesome.
Terrific. Like, there's going to come a day when people are like, "That was terrible. Good job." It's like the same thing.
Gonna switch it
you
around,
flipped
just
on it.
flip flop
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
That's very false.
That's kind of what's going on in our world
Future.
right now.
You just future one up me. I love
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
And so that's this week's word.
Very nice. Thank you. That was awesome.
That magazine. I remember when I was a
Phantasmagoria?
kid,
Oh, yeah.
like seeing it 7-Eleven open and just being wrecked by some of the images, just seeing, people
Yeah.
knowing it's fake, but still, it's like, oh, here's a person cut in half on Friday 13th.
Oddly enough, one of my biggest memories of that magazine was not from it wasn't a big slasher flick, but it was the original Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it was so gory during the filming of it because there was so much explosions and gore that
And
they showed
titties,
photos
am I
of the
right?
crew
Right.
wearing, and the triple T, Tinkerbell. But the crew had to wear garbage bags while they were filming it so they wouldn't ruin their clothes. There
Like
was
a
so much.
Gallagher concert.
It's insane.
And Phantasmagoria is also a local theater troupe here in
This is
Orlando.
true.
Yes, it is.
You
They're
are
incredible.
correct.
And I actually have played with them, but not in Tampa.
Oh, yeah?
At Spooky Empire.
Of
Do
course.
they have any kind of Yeah, now I don't believe you when you say that. You say that so often.
Technically, you played with them too. It was just they were on the outside while we were performing on the inside.
Nice. Was this at the Just Okay holiday party?
It was. They were spitting fire
Fire.
and
Mhm.
eating it as well, but looking very sexy while doing so.
Is Angela? Full disclosure: is that where you learned how to fire breathe?
Yes. I used
That's
to be with
amazing.
Phantasmagoria.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yes.
you're in that troupe.
I was. Yeah.
Were you in it when we played with you?
Possibly. Actually, I don't think I did Spooky Empire. I
Okay.
don't think I was able to do
Did
that.
you just okay holiday party?
No.
Okay.
I didn't do all the events. There were a lot of events.
There
Didn't do all of
are,
them.
but you guys are that group is
Everywhere.
crazy.
Just lighten up Orlando and just set it on fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you know how to fire
Drug
breathe,
reference.
Yes.
but like, were you taught or you taught yourself?
Oh, yeah. We have a whole 6-hour course.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've done it before, but I know that one of these days it's going to backfire. And by
Literally.
backfire, I mean
Yeah. Be
probably
careful.
kill me.
Fire.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
maybe on
in
your
my
front and back.
lungs, in
Fire
my body.
belly.
It's
Fire.
we definitely
belly.
had to read the story of this one fire breather, Pele, before we learned how to do it because she had this terrible accident. So right before we learned how to do it,
Did
we
she
all
die?
read the story. She didn't,
Oh, okay.
but she definitely has this huge cautionary, you can do this, it's really cool, but one day you might get in the hospital and burn your lungs.
I have to say I've only dabbled with it literally once, but I was taught by somebody to spit fire, which was fun.
Yeah.
But way scarier was swallowing fire.
Oh,
that is
see,
so
that's the
much
thing.
scarier.
Oh, yeah.
I could have a huge plume of fire come out of my mouth,
Yes.
and I have no problem with that. It's
Yeah.
the eating it that
It's
just
terrifying.
terrifies me.
Oh, I've never tried that
Yes.
before.
I've done
I wanna
the
try. I wanna try.
fireball.
No,
Everything in your bodily instincts tells
Just
you
don't
no.
do this, no.
I'm just
Does it have to
absolutely
be
not.
fast? I feel like I could do it
It's
fast.
kind of like
You do have to do it quickly because the whole
Mm.
point is you want to get the oxygen out of your mouth immediately. So you want to just put it in your mouth
You're
and,
exhaling as it
and
comes
shut
down.
your mouth and close your lips around it to get the oxygen out.
I have to
And
write this
everything
down
about you
and
tells
try
you
it tonight.
don't do that.
Yeah, your whole body is
Yeah.
pleased.
Yeah.
The first thing you see fire, you're like, I want to take a bite of that.
Yeah, it's great. Well, growing up, watching the lava documentaries, I was like, I wonder what lava tastes like.
It looks so good in
The
the
floor
lava.
is lava. Come on.
I love it.
It's so smooth.
Angela, what do you got over there?
All right, so spoiler alert, if anyone does not want to know anything about Stranger Things 2, season 2 coming out, it was just the trailers, the Comic-Con
Okay.
trailer, but some people don't like to know. No?
No, I'm just saying that trailer.
Oh, yeah.
I actually got chills watching the
I
entire
haven't
trailer.
seen it yet, so
Are you cool?
I'm cool with
All
it.
right,
I'm
It's
ready.
just a trailer.
Trailer's
It's just
dope.
a trailer, but some people don't like to
Right.
hear about some things, so
I read scripts of movies before I see them.
Do you
anyway.
I've done
really?
that too.
I can't do that.
I want to see how they do it because
That's
scripts
true.
are very
Yeah.
descriptive. They don't tell you who looks like what or where they're standing. They're
Right.
just like, then a beautiful leaf flows down the river. And then when you see Revenant, you're like, no shit. I literally,
That is a beautiful fucking leaf right
it's
there.
incredible because directors will take the script and they're like, great, beautifully written script. This will be easy.
yeah. So, basically, poor Will, there's something going on with him. And because, like the end of the season, he like kind of coughed up bits of like the...
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. It's all coming back to me.
So basically he's having all these flashbacks and it kind of starts taking over the whole town and everyone's kind of aware.
Goop.
Yeah, the goop, the slime
Because
goop.
where did we leave off? Like everyone got out.
He was fine except for Barb.
He'd been there for way too long, though. Like, it
really got in him. So
but where did Eleven's storyline? Because the way they do it in the trailer made me forget where her storyline ended.
Well, because when she was kind of fighting the Demogorgon, like they became electricity together, and she kind of made it disappear, and they don't really know where she went after that.
And everyone thought
that's
she
what I thought.
died.
She was left kind of in limbo.
At the start of this season, she's going to like appear naked in an alley, like in a crater, and then go into like a pool hall and beat up a guy for his leather jacket, and then go look for Sarah Connor. And
I feel like that's been done before. I don't know why.
It sounds very familiar.
A little familiar.
But they have this awesome like Thriller, Michael Jackson's Thriller playing in like the background. It's really great. It looks awesome. I'm very excited.
After we do the Minnesota because it is badass.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And then also, are you guys true believers?
Yes.
Believe? Because
I'm sorry, baby. Oh, did I get it?
No.
I don't
You are
know.
a believer.
I don't know. Actually, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But Justin Bieber is canceling his Purpose tour so that he can start his own church.
Was that done on purpose?
No, I don't think so.
He's been getting weird.
He said he was burned out, partying too much, and he needs to get back into his faith.
China banned his ass too.
When you say
So
he's starting a church, do you mean like he's starting a religion?
I
like
think
a
he
sect of Christianity or something like that? Or is he actually just started like this physical building is my church and he's going to be like the deacon Justin Bieber?
It just says he's like starting up his own church. He is Christian, and he just it's his plan to get closer to God.
He is a man of faith.
Because my favorite passage in the Bible is when Jesus takes a piss in the mop bucket. That was just, I mean, that really inspired me as a child.
One of my favorites was when he picked up the piss mop bucket and formed Justin Bieber and sent him down.
It's the origin story. I forgot.
Earth.
He's a creature of piss, holy piss.
I think, that church is going to be one of the most successful since Catholicism started.
Oh, most likely.
Why is everyone in this church like under the age of 16 or over the age of 50?
I went to
This is weird.
They say obvious 35-year-old who's a huge fan, and she's like, I'm 14.
Their daily hymn is like Despacito.
Yes.
Despacito. I think it'd be
14-year-old
good.
girls and 7-year-old
Totally
men.
go to Justin Bieber church.
Anyway, I thought that was really terrifying.
Thank
that
you.
he started his church.
That's more terrifying than anything I've ever thought of.
Terrifying. Man, Daddy, what you got over there, dog?
There may be some bad shit coming to Chicago.
Oh, God.
Not like there isn't already some bad shit in Chicago, but there's been a bunch of sightings since all year, actually, of a giant bat-like humanoid creature with red glowing eyes.
Like Mothman.
Like a Mothman.
Whoa.
And there's been multiple sightings, and they're all documented. You can go online. There's different sites that have all of it. A few of them are police officers.
Really?
Saying it, yeah.
Really? And they're still on the force while saying it.
Yeah, I believe so. And just a giant black grayish creature standing about 6 foot tall with giant wings and red eyes.
That's
We've heard
me,
this before.
Mothman.
That's the Mothman, dude.
Like Chicago.
So something's going to be going down in Chicago.
It was like a
Oh,
real
yeah.
big fucking bat. It was like flying the fuck around.
Jay, check out this bat, Jay.
Let's go get some fucking hot dogs. Whatever.
What else do they do in Chicago?
I don't know.
But
They drag hot dogs through the garden. I know that.
I guess
Devil
they're
in
not
the
going to have a
White
mosquito problem, though.
Yeah.
They'll be okay in
that
that
bat will be
regard.
eating tons of fucking
Yeah.
mosquitoes.
Just imagine seeing a man bat just flying through your backyard eating mosquitoes and being like, well, at least he's doing good.
Why
I
don't
like
they
that
just
it's not Batman, it's Man Bat.
Sure.
Right?
There is a
all-
cartoon character, Man Bat.
Man Bat.
Yep.
Oh, really?
There's Man Bat. He's
Does-
basically has giant weird bat face with giant ears and a hairy human torso, but he's wearing jeans.
Okay.
Does he fight crime or does he eat mosquitoes?
A little bit of both. You know, I mean, he fights crime and he likes to get his protein on.
So he kind of was dressed like Smokey the Bat.
Yes.
Only you can prevent mosquito infestation.
How come they don't just build like a giant exposed light bulb in the city and try and catch him. Like the Mothman will just be lured to it.
Smacking
And keep
against it.
smacking
We got him, Jam!
The Olympic torch.
Should have done this years ago.
Or a bug zapper. Oh, that was nasty. I didn't want to see that.
A little bit of a brownout.
Oh, that's
So
too
that's
much.
what's going on in Chicago. So the Mothman usually tells of a bad thing about to happen, sort of a harbinger of doom, especially when it comes to bridges. And so if you're in the Chicago area and you're about to go over a bridge, don't. Just find another route, go through the gully, learn to fly. I don't know, but just stay away from bridges in Chicago.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you, everyone.
My pleasure in Chicago.
Sabrina, I would feel really bad because you've only been over here for like 15 minutes, but do you want to come back next week?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Great.
All right.
Awesome.
On the spot with Fritz.
You've been listening to Minisode 8. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Fritz.